Hi everyone, it's Sandy, and today I'm doing a video that I should have done forever ago, but now I'm finally doing it, and that is the series I won't finish. I have done a video talking about the series I have completed and the series that I'm caught up on, which I will link down below if you want to check it out. Today this video is focusing on the series that I don't plan on finishing. I have a lot of unfinished series, but a lot of them I don't want to finish. This video will kind of be broken up into two parts. The first part is talking about the series that I've lost interest in, and the second part is a series where I didn't like the first book, so I won't be finishing it. I'm not sure how interesting this video is going to be because all I'm basically doing is listing all the series that I don't plan on finishing. I'm not going to be doing much explaining about the series because the category that the series belong in is basically the explanation for why I'm not finishing it. If you decide to stick around, then yay! I don't own most of these books because they are series that I don't plan on finishing, and I have either checked them out from the library or I got rid of them. The first category is a series where I didn't like the first book. Across the Universe by Beth Revis, The Fire and Thorns trilogy by Rae Carson. I read this book 2 years ago. I thought the book was okay, and I remembered being confused for a majority of it, so I really don't want to read the rest of the books. I know lots of people like this trilogy, but I just didn't like it. The next one is The Diviners by Libba Bray. This book was just really difficult to get into, and I felt like it dragged for a majority of it. It was pretty slow, so I felt like it took forever to read. The next book is the His Fair Assassin trilogy by Robin LaFevers. I didn't dislike the first book, but I didn't love it either. I thought it was okay. After finishing the first book, I just didn't have any feelings about wanting to continue on with the series, so I'm not gonna finish it. The next series is the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. And I know that the series gets better as it goes on, but I didn't like the first book. It's been a really long time since I read that first book, and I don't want to have to reread it before I read the rest of the books. I had really high expectations for this book, and I feel like after reading it, I was pretty disappointed because I was expecting something like spectacular, and that just didn't happen for me. Next is Something Strange and Deadly by Susan Dennard. I actually bought this book because I went to a book event where Sarah J Maas was signing, and Susan Dennard was also there signing books. I haven't read this book before the trilogy, which I probably should have because I regret purchasing this book, but I also got it signed, so I can't really just give it away because it's personalized to me. So now it's just sitting on my bookshelf untouched for most of the time. The next trilogy is Sinners by Abby Kettner and Missy Kalasicki. Next is the Age of Legends trilogy by Kelly Armstrong. The first book is called Sea of Shadows, and I also bought this book because I was going to meet Kelly Armstrong, and since I really love the Darkest Powers trilogy, I thought I would enjoy this book, but unfortunately I didn't. The next book is Avalon by Mindy Arnett, and the last book in the category of where I didn't like the first book is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. And the second part of this video is the category of series that I've lost interest in. The first trilogy is the Starbound trilogy by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. And I like this first book, but I know that the rest of the books are like companion novels, and I really don't feel interested in reading those companion novels because I've heard that many people didn't enjoy it as much as the first book anyways. Next, we have the Unwind series by Neal Shusterman, and I really enjoyed the first two books, but I don't want to spend the money on the rest of the books, and it's also been a while since I've read those first two books, so I just don't have any more interest in wanting to finish the series. Next is Saga by Brian Vaughan and Fiona Staples. This is a graphic novel series, and I'm just not into graphic novels. I've only read the first book. I really didn't know what to make of it because it was pretty different and kind of weird. I just haven't picked up a graphic novel since. The next series is the Body Finder series by Kimberly Durding, the Jenna Fox Chronicles by Mary E. Pearson, Crank by Ellen Hopkins, Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepard. There are just way too many books in this series. I read the first three and I just prefer the show more than the books. The Wolves of Mercy Falls trilogy by Maggie Stiefvater. I read the first book and I did enjoy it. Then I checked out the second book from the library. I just couldn't get into it, and then the due date rolled around and I still wasn't done with it, so I just decided to return it, and I never picked it up since. The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings. This book is actually a maybe. I won't finish it. I enjoyed the first book, but it's been a while since I read it, and I don't want to spend my own money to purchase the second book, so if I were given a chance to read the second book, then I probably would read it, but for now I'm not gonna purchase it, and I have no intentions on finishing the series. The next series is Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder. This is a book that I've read before starting BookTube, and it's been so long since then that I don't remember much that happened in it, and I just have lost interest in wanting to continue the series. Then we have Gone by Michael Grant. There is also a lot of books in the series, and I've read the first one. I bought the second and third one on like Book Outlet, but I just never got around to picking them up, and then I just ended up giving them away because I was never in the mood to want to continue that series. And the last series that I've lost interest in and won't finish is the Graceling Realm trilogy by Kristin Cashore. So those are all of the series that I won't finish. Let me know some of the series that you don't plan on finishing, and if you really enjoyed some of the series that I've mentioned that I won't finish, maybe try to convince me to finish it, because I might finish it if I'm really convinced to do so. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!